Harrison Price from Wall Center, presentation Apple at Auto Group. We've reached S versus P, our weekly debate segment. It's a presentation of LiUNA 1611, BC's Laborers Union. They have contractors looking for their members to hire today. Check out 1611.ca. LiUNA 1611 has your back. Well, a very interesting week last week on S versus P. Does the captaincy matter? I voted yes, you voted no, or debated yes, you debated no. It was a exact tie on YouTube, was it, Grady?
Yep.
Wow. And the Twitter poll was running really close the entire time. You wound up winning 50.5 to 49.5.
That's crazy.
It's like Quebec referendum, Bush v. Gore territory.
Yes, hanging chads galore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're 7-2-3 this year. Whew, it's a good lead. Today's topic: will missing the playoffs spell the end of the Pettersson era in Vancouver? I will argue yes. Blake will argue no. 2 minutes per argument. Mediator Grady Sass presiding. And, of course, we ask you who are voting to vote on who made the better argument here, not your personal feelings on the question.
And we're going to hear the results, because this was the poll question yesterday. We're going to hear the results from you, just your initial thoughts to the poll question coming up in just
later
in a few minutes.
The show,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, this will be interesting to cross-reference all those results.
All right. I'm going to shoot first here.
Okay.
Grady, let me know.
All right, Matt. Your 2 minutes starts now.
I know everybody is a huge Petey fan. Don't want to consider a world where he's not a Vancouver Canuck. Neither do I. He's an amazing player to watch. We're lucky to have him. But let's not be ostriches here. He's cluing us. So is his agent. Rare is the athlete that doesn't take the money when it's available to them, and Petey is doing just that. And that getting off to a good start explanation in Sweden, it makes no sense. Most every player wants a contract resolution heading into the season, so that it isn't a quote-unquote distraction. They've made the playoffs just once in his career, and it was an expanded postseason field during the bubble. His tenure here has been surrounded by a dysfunctional organization and periodic shit shows. He and his agents say they want to wait and see how this year goes. This follows on his comments of a couple of years back of wanting to play for a perennial playoff team and a team that can contend. The Canucks are anything but. They haven't made the playoffs since. They've been through 3 head coaches since he made that statement. They gave JT Miller money, and as we all know, he and Elias are not exactly best buddies. He's entering his prime years, and despite his incredible two-way play last year, they finished 12 points out of a playoff spot. That is not a near miss. Look, for those who say he's waiting for the cap to go up, fair enough. But the cap goes up for every team, so he could be waiting for the cap to go up and be waiting to see how the Canucks perform this season. Both things can be true. Plus, the Canucks could sign him huge money right now, knowing full well the cap is going up. That's no secret. Everybody knows the score here. They could commit $11-12 million for next year already, right here and now. Athletes these days taking much greater control of their careers and where they play out. Look no further than the last 2 summers. Tkachuk, Dubois, DeBrincat, and patience beyond this year, plus committing to an organization that by any measure is still not a cup contender. That's a hope bet and doesn't jibe with his prime years. Make no mistake. This is a make-or-break year for the Canucks and for retaining PD services.
Just
at least I made it to the buzzer.
See how quick he was speaking there, Blake.
Oh, I knew I had to pick up the pace a little bit at the end there. Last week, I left a lot of seconds on the clock, and when I went back and looked, how did I leave that much time on the clock? I realized
font size.
I was writing in a much bigger font.
I think I need to start using that buzzer more when you're talking too much or too quick on the show.
It's quality, not quantity.
Well, what I'm really depressed about is how big I need the font size these days.
Yes, there's that. Okay, ready to go, Grady?
Yep, your 2 minutes starts now.
Does missing the playoffs change things for the Canucks vis-a-vis Elias Pettersson? Sure it does. But does it chase him away entirely? No. Pettersson's a smart guy. He knows that the full picture will matter. Nuance matters. So black and white decision of playoffs or not isn't going to be the full story. What it may do is shorten the contract. Pettersson is 24 right now, and rather than accept the qualifying offer, I could see a non-playoff year pushing his camp to, say, 3 years. You have 3 years to get this going fully in the right direction, or we're out. Heck, it might be 2. Both would allow him to take UFA status into the next contract negotiations and allow him then to take a monstrous max deal that would cover the rest of his prime years. You don't see many prime 26, 27-year-old UFAs anymore, but those are the ones that hit huge pay dirt. Heck, if he gets there, you could see him become one of the top 5 paid players in the league because you overpay for UFAs on the open market. And he's a two-way player, all situations now, capable of 100 points, and still young even then at 26 or 27 years of age. So Pettersson could give the chemistry with his buddies here, another couple kicks of the can, and then go to the highest bidder. Remember, he's never said that second sentence, that important one. He said, I want to give it the year. But he's never followed up and said, in case I want to leave. It's more likely what he means is, I want to give it the year before I decide how much longer I'm going to give this organization to figure it out. This team is close enough, and certainly the guys in the room will have a rosier view than those of us outside of it, but you can bet they think they are close to getting over the hump. Thing is, they need actual proof now. They have a close miss. Maybe PD says 3 years. They make it, maybe even win a round, then he's ready to commit.
How about that? Under the 2 minutes.
Grady, when's the last time you heard an athlete say, in case I want to leave? Anyways, over to you, the jury, for voting. Need to win.
Oh, he's campaigning. Not allowed to do that.
To win.
I need to win too.
No, you don't. You got 7. I've got a meager 2.
But it's like the UFA. Sure, I could make $7 million a year. I would prefer 8.
I just want a 3rd win.
Thanks for watching, everyone. A reminder, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube and be sure to vote in the comment section.
Smash that button. This clip brought to you by LiUNA 1611, BC Laborers Union. Check out 1611.ca.